You think you can hide from me? Probably because you murdered my siblings. You lied to me, specifically to me, more times than I can count. To know that they're gone, and you knew, and my phone's being texted by my little sister, who's not even alive, my little brother, who's the sweetest little kid ever. For what purpose? Can you tell me this is God's will for my whole family, including my stepfather, to be dead? After everything that you tried to tell me, you can tell me right now that Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world, is on your side. You tell me that with all conviction in your heart, that Jesus Christ is on your side. Please.
I can't tell you that.
A gut-wrenching phone call between Lori Vallow and her oldest son as he confronts her about the murder of his siblings, 7-year-old JJ and 16-year-old Tylee. Court is about to get underway again this morning in Vallow's murder trial in Idaho. Colby Ryan took the stand yesterday and accused his mother of lying to him multiple times. He told the jury she even posed as his dead sister in text messages. I want to bring in Brian Claypool. He's the author of Break the Code of Silence, Raising My Voice to Protect Our Kids. He's also a trial attorney and legal analyst. So, Brian, this is a chilling call. I want to get your initial thoughts on that call we just heard between Colby Ryan and his mother, Lori Vallow. How big of an impact do you think this will have on the jury and ultimately the verdict?
Hey, Kelly, great to be with you. Usually in a high-profile murder case, you like to have some forensic evidence, physical evidence connecting the accused with the murder. So up until now in this trial, I haven't really heard any of that. It's been a lot of innuendo, right? But this phone call by Colby to Lori Vallow Daybell is potentially devastating to her. And here's why. In most states, including Idaho, you have a legal doctrine called an implied admission or a tacit admission. What does that mean? It means when somebody accuses you of doing something, like here Colby says, look, you knew these kids were gone. You didn't tell me. You killed these kids. You made them disappear. And Lori doesn't respond to that comment. That is arguably what's called an implied admission, because a normal person who hasn't done this would respond and say, no, I didn't do that. No, I didn't make these kids go away. I'm not at fault. She didn't do that. And if I'm the prosecutor, I'm arguing that's an implied admission of guilt. It's almost like me telling you, Kelly, hey, I saw you driving home from work. I saw you run through that red light, and you don't say anything. I mean, arguably, you're guilty then.
And I'm assuming that's also what's going through the minds of the jurors here. So I want to play more of Colby Ryan's testimony from court yesterday. His uncle, Alex Cox, shot and killed his stepfather, Charles Vallow. Alex told police it was self-defense, but listen to how Lori explained this to her son.
What did she tell you about Charles Vallow's death?
She told me that he had died from a heart attack.
From a heart attack?
From a heart attack.
Okay. Did she say anything about him being shot?
No. I saw Alex sitting on the couch watching TV. He was wearing a white bandage around his head. I asked him why he was wearing the bandage, and he said that he got hit in the head with a bat and then shot Charles.
Did you see Lori Vallow that night?
Yes.
What was her general demeanor?
Calm.
So how damning was Colby Ryan's testimony?
Well, look, right now, he's the star witness because her demeanor is calm. She's lying about the cause of death. What this really means for the prosecutor is what's called consciousness of guilt. We saw that a lot in the Alex Murdaugh trial. And what does that mean for the average juror or anybody watching your show? How would a person react under normal circumstances? What would a reasonable person do when faced with these comments? And when she's lying about, we died of a heart attack, she's calm. Her kids have vanished and she's out frolicking and getting married. That's not normal behavior of somebody who is innocent.
So the defense, in its cross-examination of Colby Ryan, tried to paint a picture of Lori Vallow as a caring mother who looked out for her children. Do you think that was effective?
Well, look, the counter to that, Kelly, me being a defense lawyer, is again, we still don't have any type of physical, tangible, forensic evidence connecting Lori Vallow Daybell to these murders. So her attorneys have to get up and say, look, she did care about these kids. And if I was representing her, I'd be dumping this all on Chad Daybell's doorstep, right? Because remember, when investigators were doing the search warrant on his house, right, and they were looking for the kids, what did he do? He drove away. That's clear indication of guilt. So I think her main defense has to be, look, I didn't do this. I might have been, influenced by Daybell with this doomsday, culture in church, but I did love my kids, and and I didn't do it. And look, that leads me to one more point. Why didn't the prosecutors charge her as well with what's called felony child abuse? Because let's say a jury does buy into this, like, where's the evidence? They could at least find her guilty of not intervening to protect her kids. We had a case out here in California, just like that, with a little boy named Anthony Avalos, who was murdered by his parents. And the judge in that case found the mom guilty as well of felony child abuse. Every parent in this country has a duty to protect their kid, and she should have been protecting these kids.
Well, it is going to be fascinating to see how this plays out. Brian Claypool, thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly.
Well, also